network of ninja have uncovered the reason for the attack. The samurai who burned the village was Doku, lord of the greater fiends of the Vigoor Empire. It appears as though the Vigoor Emperor seeks the power of the dark dragon blade.
Doku.
Chapter 3, Skies of Vengeance. The Hayabusa village is burned, and the Dark Dragon Blade is gone. Ryu has stowed aboard an airship headed for the Vigoor Empire. His goal, vengeance. Hey everybody, this is RRPG, and welcome to another episode of RRPG Let's Play with Ninja Gaiden Sigma on the PS3. In today's episode, we are getting started with Chapter 3, and we'll see how far along we get from here. So anyway, let's get on with the episode that is already in progress. So, as you can see right now, we are in a ship that is headed for the capital city of Tairon in the Vigoor Empire. And it won't be long until trouble starts to loom from the skies above, as there will be people, yeah, that's what I said, people who are going to be up above the airship and where Ryu Hayabusa is sitting to get over to the Vigoorian Empire. So yeah, he's going to be attacked by a squad of mercenaries who are going to board the airship. But they won't be alone without their heavy firepower. And by heavy firepower, yeah, you can tell from what we see right here, this is going to be the boss we're going to fight. But we probably won't do that until the next episode. I've decided I'm going to try to make the episode, each chapter like 2 or 3 episodes long, just to give people some time to see, because I know that people have a short attention span when they watch their videos sometimes, and but it's kind of a mixed bag. Whether if I do long episodes or whether if I do short episodes, I try to keep everyone's appeal in equal terms. So yeah, don't let the long episodes fool you, in case if you think if I'm going to be doing those all the time. But if you have the long attention span, then there you go. Okay, so we got the Great Devil Elixir, and now we're in the living quarters, and we'll go ahead and enter these rooms, so that way we can get some items here to make our way around the ship to get it to head to Tairon, or to get the intruders out of the ship that is attacking the ship, because Ryu Hayabusa is aboard. Okay, now if we go in here, there is a treasure chest with the map of the airship, and that will show us where all we can travel within this vicinity. So, yeah, as we try to leave here, we will get attacked by the SWAT team that is a part of Tairon. So, we are going to be fighting these jokers. There is the main SWAT force, and there is the individual cronies. I guess you could say the regular SWAT enemies, while we got the more advanced types that have laser tonfas or laser batons on them, and they can do more serious damage than the regular ones. So if we go forward a little bit, well, actually over here real quick, let's get this treasure chest, and that gives us another elixir of spiritual life. And Ayane left us another clue, and she tells us that we must strengthen our weapons. So we will need to find Muramasa's statues along, the places that we travel in order to strengthen our weapons. And trust me, strengthening your weapons will give you new abilities, and they will prove to be more useful in the coming battles. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward here, and we will destroy these SWAT team members. And destroying these SWAT team members, they will leave you with an item that you can obtain to move forward or to move to a different area, but you'll see what I'm talking about once as we progress further here. I really hate the camera angle in this game. You figured that hack and slash games these days would try to get the camera angle right. I mean, if they want to get the camera angle right, then they need to take a page from Devil May Cry. Playing the game and playing that game, they got the camera angle right. So yeah. Okay, so we get the wing key, and that wing key will open those 2 sets of doors at the end of that hallway there, but not the one that's in the far back, because we will need an ID card to get past that. And getting an ID card will lead us into a 60-man or a 60 enemies in one battle royale of some sort. And I'll be explaining that once as we get on further, but okay. Okay, let's see. Now, Ayana gives us another tip, and she's telling us how to cast Ninpo. And like I said, pressing triangle and circle at the same time, that will cast Ninpo. And you can shake your PS3 controller to strengthen the Ninpo to attack your enemies and get more damage on them. But they're not really all that necessary, as they're just... Well, like I said, just use them if you're in a tight pinch, but don't try to overuse them, because they're not really all that helpful. You know, I mean, they are helpful, but you'll just pretty much be wasting magic on them. Just consider using brute strength as your best offense, but, you know, be sure to evade from enemy attacks, as they will do a significant amount of damage, and you should be golden in the fights. Okay, let's head down here, and this is where the Muramasa statue is. So, we're going to go ahead and strengthen up the Dragon Sword a little bit. And strengthening up the Dragon Sword, that will give us some new abilities that we can use. Well, some new techniques. And I think one of the new techniques that we can use is the Izuna drop. But we can also get the, we can also shop for the scroll, but for some reason I did not buy it. But you'll see what the Izuna drop is. I'm sure most of you probably already know what it is if you've been paying attention to the Dead or Alive series, you know, with Ryu Hayabusa using that technique where he grabs his opponents in midair and he does this twirling drop to the ground to break their neck or whatever. Yeah, that's the Izuna drop. And let's take a look at some of the abilities that you can learn. Oh, wait a minute. We have to get the scroll to unlock the Izuna drop. So that could be a while until we learn that technique. So, but these are some of the abilities that you can use when the Dragon Sword is at level 2 with its at its strength. So the new abilities will really be helpful, but this is the only weapon in the game that can level up to level 4, because there is a special item that we get later on in the game that will strengthen up the Dragon Sword to its true potential. But we will explain that much later in the game, you know, much later in the LP, as it's probably going to be probably in the last, like 10 or 15 episodes, somewhere around there. That's when we will learn the Dragon Sword's true strength. So, okay, let's go ahead and get this right over here. And that is the Life of the Gods, so let's go ahead and keep that on us. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we also get a brand new weapon while we're on the airship. And we will be getting that very shortly, so let's go ahead and make our way through this room, and we will have some more SWAT team members to fight against. I assume that that's the right name for the enemies, but I could be wrong. I just refer to them as SWAT team members because, hey, they look like, you know, SWAT cops. You know, they would wear heavy armor like that when they fight against their people that they're trying to arrest. You know, the heavy-duty criminals that show no mercy than the regular lackeys. Okay, let's go ahead and move this way. And this leads us into another area of the quarters, so let's go here. And this is the boss's quarters, in case if some high-profile person is in the airship. Now, the golden scarab right there, if you collect the golden scarabs and you visit the Muramasa shops in sets of 5s, he will give you a new item in exchange. So there are a total of 50 scarabs in the game, but I managed to collect, well, I'm not going to be collecting all of them, but I do collect a vast majority of them, just to show people, where to collect some of those. But I do collect most of them, like 90% of them, so I don't get the full 100% with 50, but if you play on the harder difficulty settings in this game, you will get newer items, like the Dark Dragon Blade, for instance, that you can use as a melee weapon. So if you really are hardcore and want to get something like that, by getting the golden scarabs and whatnot with the with the difficulty setting, getting the Dark Dragon Blade, then there you go. Okay, let's see what we have here. We got some more SWAT team members we gotta fight now. And this is another storied event, and defeating this this barrage of SWAT team members, we should be able to be rewarded with an item that will give us, you know, further access into the ship. And I think it is the ID card, if I'm not mistaken. So, but we're not done yet, as we have one more cheeky sauerkraut that we have to defeat. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the smackdown on him. So, and that we defeated him right there. And there is the ID card, and which will give us access to further places within the vicinity, or the facility, or the airship, whatever. We're on an airship, so there you go. And there's the Dragon Claw and Tiger's Fang, and that is the dual-edged sword that was used by Musashi Miyamoto, as it refers to a famous dual sword master. That is referring to Musashi Miyamoto from Japanese mythology. Basically, he was one of the best swordsmen in Japanese mythology, and he fought against Kojiro in a fated duel and won against him. So, yeah, that's a bit of history of the character and where the two swords originate from, or how they symbolize the person from Japanese mythology. But okay, let's go ahead and move our way back up, and I think we can go ahead and we can enter this walkway here because we have the ID card and all. Okay, let's go ahead and defeat them. And using the dual swords is actually pretty good. And you want to be able to use this weapon when you're going against the upcoming 60 enemy battle royale that's about to come up pretty shortly. And I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our way over there to the area where we can do the battle. We cannot even open that door yet. I don't think we opened that door from the other side, from where we got, you know, where we moved on further into the, like, the captain's quarters or whatever. But it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and, well, are we gonna go try to open it? Or are we just gonna go level up the Dragon's Claw and Tiger's Fang? I assume it's the latter. Yeah, I figured that's probably what we're gonna do right now. But here Muramasa is telling us about the golden scares. But the first one you find, he will give you the life of the god. Give you a life of the gods. Okay, yeah, we can level up the Dragon's Claw and Tiger Fang dual swords, so let's go ahead and do that right now. They don't change when you grind them to newer levels, but most of the other weapons that you get, they will change to something different as they evolve and grow. So, yeah, gosh, I'm quite lost right now. So, anyway, just so you know that the Dragon Sword and the dual blades, they don't change when you grind them, but the others will. But there is another weapon that we can buy, that's the wooden sword, that has 7 levels you can grind. I have to retrace my my words on the type of weapons that you can grind and what the max potential is, or the max level it can grind up to. The wooden sword that we get can grind up to level 7, and that will give us the strongest weapon in the game. It starts out as a joke weapon, but when you grind it all the way to its max, yeah, you get a pretty awesome weapon that you can use to do that can almost, you know, kill enemies instantly. So, yeah, it's kind of a strange coincidence to have a weapon like that, you know, have a joke weapon actually become something that will, you know, prove even against those who are really cheap. But we won't be able to grind that weapon until much, much later on, you know, probably closer to the end of the game. But anyway. Okay, now, since I should have been talking about it about a minute ago, this here is the 60 enemy battle royale that you have to go through. It's one of them that you can go through. And basically, you have to defeat 60 enemies in this room, and that will reward you with a certain reward. And completing this battle, I think that will reward us with the life of the 1,000 gods, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and speed this clip up, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes after we complete this process. But, yeah, let's go ahead and speed up right now. I thought I was going to say something. Okay, anyway, just to quote Chugga and Roy once again, turn up the music. Okay, and that finally is the 60th enemy that we have to fight in this room. And like I said, defeating 60 enemies in a 60 enemy battle royale, that will give us an item, and this will give us the Lives of the Thousand Gods to increase our health. Okay, let's go ahead and increase our health a little bit here. Yeah, I really like these items. I like how they, you know, give you something to further grow your character, but, okay, let's go ahead and equip these two. Like I said, I wouldn't really recommend it until you collected 9 of these in order to increase your health, you know, at some point. Okay, and there's one last thing we're going to do in this room, and then I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up this video. And there, right up there, is a golden scarab. And now we have 2 of those things, and since we got that done, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to close things off right here. So next time on Double RPG Let's Play with Ninja Gaiden Sigma on the PS3, we are going to explore further in the airship, or explore the airship a little bit further, and then we are going to fight the boss and conclude Chapter 3. Anyway, take care of yourselves, gamers, and I'll see you on the next episode. See you guys then.